I think they're definitely students of the sport. They've surfed enough heats. They know what they need to do at this level. There's coaches involved now that are just drilling these things into their head. Slow down, pace yourself, do big turns, good waves. You know, all this thing just drilled into their mind, and they're using it, and it's working.
We see Sebastian Zietz already suited up and ready to go. He takes on Ace Buchan and Kolohe Andino in this first matchup in the morning, followed by Kano Igarashi, John Florence, and Stu Kennedy.
Yeah, he's so strong. I think it was comfortable for both of them. But Kolohe, he's been getting some big numbers, Ronnie, in this event, and that's just really bleeding into his confidence.
Well, the day is going to get underway very quickly here with Adrian Buchan, one of the only two surfers left in the draw that are past the age of 30. And Ace, he has picked off a beautiful looking ride. A little less swell out there today, but the waves just seem to be lining up a lot better. And Ace is taking this opportunity right through to the inside to rack up some big points. A solid finish here. He bashes that lip. What a great start to the day. Snapper Rocks perfection on offer as Kolohe Andino floats, looking to get down the line here. Saw him during the free surf. He's already had a 9-point ride this morning, but he's got to do it when the hooter sounded.
You gave him a 9.
He was absolutely ripping in the free surfing this morning. I think this little drop in the swell is going to suit his variation. He's got those air moves on lock, but it's going to be Sebastian Zietz taking off out the back at the moment.
Taking some meat out of his equipment this year. He's gotten stronger, he's bulked up, so he wants to really be able to push that surfboard around.
Well, just on 28 minutes remaining, and Sebastian Zietz, who got the jump on Mick Fanning in the 3rd round yesterday, is looking to make the leap from round 4 into the quarterfinals and bypass that 5th round. But Adrian Buchan's going to put the biggest score on the board after those opening rides.
Yeah, it's a very nice opening ride there for Ace, but just to finish up on Kolohe's equipment, I think how that's going to benefit him, Ronnie, is he's going to get a lot more rail in the water, just less volume there, and you can see it in his performance so far. A lot of nice carves from Brother. As we see, Ace always makes the right decision. These waves are really long, so you have to piece together the right maneuvers in the right spot. A lot of flow for Ace, but you can see just these cutbacks so far. And then, you know, he's really going to enjoy the fact that that wall is nice and clean. Tagged it right there. Another smooth wrap for Ace. And, you know, that's the kind of maneuvers that he can string together with ease. So consistent. There's Brother. Brother's a little more, you know, he has that X factor. Likes to kick the fins out. Kind of pushes the limits a lot in his surfing. He's known for his airs, but, you know, that's the difference between Ace's wave and Kolohe's wave. You can see all the whitewash on the face of the wave. That causes that kind of unstable surface where it's really tough to get a lot of rail in the water. So this wave was pretty funky for Kolohe, and he'll be out there back on the search.
I mentioned that quarterfinal back in 2012, and he went on that year to finish 14th on the rating. So you just cannot deny that a good start often results in a big finish on the ladder. But here we go, Sebastian Zietz, nice grab rail hack to get started on this ride, and he is being chased down the line by Kolohe Andino. Seabass just on at the moment, riding an old favourite, a battered up piece of equipment that just seems to work so well. It's the board that he rode at Trestles last year, and he just lit that place up in his heat against Michel Perez, and this board's lost nothing.
Which is amazing. Usually when a board is about a year old, it starts to lose its spring. All those dents in it, it changes the way the board reacts. They become less sensitive. They start to just have that dead feeling, but definitely not the case there for Sebastian. That thing looks like it's on fire.
Stuart Kennedy is another surfer like Sebastian Zietz, who's been throwing down some different, more creative turns throughout. We're going to see a replay of Kolohe Andino's ride. This was behind Sebastian Zietz.
Big wave. You can see that thing a couple feet overhead. But if he's not careful with his wave selection, a lot of those waves bend out to sea. They don't give you that nice wall that's steep and comes at you where you can tag it like that right there. So Kolohe Andino still searching for that magic wave. Good opening turn for Seabass. but that's just part of the equation here. With these long waves, you really need to string together a handful of moves, and he's doing that nicely. There's that flow we were talking about with that board. Thing looks like it's going wherever he wants it to. And then he finishes it off with a pretty sparky little tail slide there.
You can already see the confidence that he took out of that win over Mick Fanning, because he did look a little bit shaky in that heat at times with Mick. He definitely had some big turns, but he was grabbing a couple of rails.
And I love the fact that he gets really low to his board and grabs it outside rail very often. Kind of just makes it look, you know, different from your average pro surfer.
Well, have a look at that, a 9-point ride. So many different turns executed on that wave today. I think with the clean conditions, our competitors are going to be able to do that a lot more.
For sure. Yeah, you know, it's so different from the last few days. It is very predictable surfing out here now with these clean, long lines. So less searching and more just kind of doing what you choose to do on a wave. I mean, we're in for a lot of good surfing today.
Things looking promising throughout the day and also into tomorrow, with possibly a little bump in the swell. But here it is, the replay once again of that 9-point ride, that first turn, just so dynamic.
Powerful. And the reason why Sebastian likes to hold that outside rail, that's to keep that board connected to him so he can really torque it out. It's got, you know, all that force. You know, when you hold that rail, you keep that board connected to your feet. It creates a lot of leverage. So great opening turn. He definitely got the judge's attention.
This is the first time Kolohe's been past the third round in the contest, and the same goes for Sebastian Zietz, and he's up again now. Nice little cutty to get started. Not too many points in that move though, just a transition. He was just giving that wave a chance down the line, but nothing really happening. So he kicks out. He's in third priority, so he can afford to take some of those chances. Just yesterday, Adrian de Souza, he was surfing the inside so well. Gabriel Medina the same. And Seabass finds one of those waves, but just gets tangled up in the foam trying to ride out of that first turn.
He doesn't know it. Obviously, he didn't want to fall, but no drama for him there. That wave actually closed out.
He's definitely against the wall. I think he's feeling a little bit of the pressure, but he's got confidence and he's got a good flow. And on the inside right now, looks like Seabass is up and riding. Nice little tail spin right there, comes out of it riding. Back out though. Out the back, take it away, boys.
Thank you, Strider. And we've got to make sure these competitors give these waves a little bit more of a chance to link up with the inside. Sebastian kicked out of that ride. It wasn't all time, but it's still reeling down through the Little Marley section, and potentially he could have put a much better score on the board than that 2.17. Well, he definitely could have. Seabass is definitely attached to his quiver. He's been travelling with the same boards for almost a year. As we see Andino just struggling to connect with a decent long wall at this point in time. And here goes Buchan using priority. So for Sebastian Zietz, electing not to take that last wave through to the inside, it might pay off now because he's going to get priority out the top. But Buchan is going to bring this one right through to the inside. And I think he might have picked a really nice ride here. Bit of foam on the face, but so far dealing with it very well. And just repeatedly bashing that lip as he kicks out on the inside. Smooth surfing, missing some of the fireworks that we saw from Sebastian Zietz on his 9-point ride. But at this point in time, Buchan only needs a 4.07 to get himself into the lead. Well, Sebastian Zietz has priority, and he might be looking for a score after Adrian Buchan's last ride to keep himself in the lead. Nice smooth cut back to get started. Not the cleanest connection on the rebound, but this wave starting to stand up on the inside. Sebastian finding some good flow. A really committed rail turn, but just falls on the outside rail, trying to float down the line. So a lost opportunity there as that wave reeled off nicely down the line.
Yeah, right now he's beating himself up. He knows he made another little mistake there. That was kind of a big mistake. You know, just giving Ace more meaning in his heat, more, you know, this is more than a door open. He might feel like he's going to steal the mojo. Everyone heard the 9 drop from Sebastian Zietz. Usually that is a power card. But you have to back it up right away just to, not give the guys any hope. Since he kind of fell on this connection turn, he gives everyone hope in this heat. Clean wraps, but see right here, he's going to set his eyes on a really nice piece of wall. This wave gets back into green water. Right after that he fell on that thing was wide open through Little Marley. He could have had a couple of more maneuvers and wrapped up a big score.
Welcome back. It is Tuesday, March 15th, just on 8 a.m. local time, as we see Sebastian Zietz in Heat 3 of round 4. Searching for a 4.44 on this wave to get himself back into the lead. Adrian Buchan taking the lead with his last ride of 5.77. Seabass with a beautiful wall in front of him. And he is bashing that lip, drifts that tail, but just comes down backwards. A hard move to ride out of. And he goes down the well, and have a look at the scoring opportunity that went begging on this ride as it just tapers off right through to the inside.
Okay, well, the good thing for Sebastian Zietz, he's got 8 minutes left, so he can cut his losses, but it's really tough to do. Mentally right now, that's 2, even 3 mistakes if you look at that one wave that he let go earlier, that he's just, leaving the door open. So hopefully he can kind of get out of this tailspin.
And basically recover from those mistakes. We'll see if Sebastian Zietz can do it on this ride. Little insider, he gave it a chance, but that one, he just kind of reeled off and didn't do much down the line.
Torn tendons in his feet, so he had to actually stay out of the water, I believe, for over a month.
Well, here we go. This is Buchan now. A good size set wave this morning and a huge first turn. Up into the pocket, just slices through that second maneuver and bangs it again, drifts that tail. A solid finish from the 33-year-old. And he's sticking with it, trying to find a bit of open face on the inside, but behind him, Kolohe Andino, he's also got himself into a beautiful set wave. And this was what Kolohe needed. This thing is standing up beautifully through the inside now. And in the face of our very own Strider Wozalewski, he finishes that wave off with 5.5 minutes remaining.
Big move for Kolohe Andino on the outside. We will tee that up for you. He's going to get himself back in this heat. It's more of a, it's your turn, it's my turn. It's going to be a battle of just straight up surfing, less like Easter egg hunt where everyone's looking for that one golden wave. Watch this first maneuver right here. Big tail high reverse, full rotation.
Wow.
And, I was about to say, Ronnie, this offshore wind is not great for airs unless you do that right there. You're going to have to huck your body towards the beach to make sure that wind holds the board up against your feet. And there's not a whole lot of guys on tour that can do that, but Brother's one of them.
Second wave in the set, just behind Adrian Buchan, and Ace lit his wave up. So Kolohe didn't know that, but he would have needed fireworks on that first maneuver to turn that into an excellent score, and he threw down one of the craziest first turns we've seen in the event so far. That was huge.
Complete 360 in the air.
Amazing. Sebastian Zietz now, he started with the 9. He would have been feeling confident. He's fallen a number of times and lost the opportunity to establish a bit of a lead. Now he's going to be fighting hard to get himself back into the #1 position. Nice turn there. Big, powerful layback snap to get started. Bashes the lip. Mixing things up down the line now. Clean carve, but that wave shuts down and Sebastian has to kick out. He was on his way to a good number, but that wave didn't have the quality that Adrian Buchan and Kolohe Andino tapped into.
You can see Sebastian was frustrated. I don't think he really wanted to kick out on that little flyaway right there. He wanted to get one last lip climb there and just caught a little rail. So another small mistake there for Sebastian Zietz, but he did rip into some strong carves.
We've got some big numbers coming. Adrian Buchan, prior to that exchange, was out in front. He's looking for a 5.78 or more to increase his heat score total, but have a look at the replay of what Andino did on the outside.
Oh my God, that was so technical I can't even begin to tell you. So again, with the offshore wind, the wind is trying to push the board off of your feet. So Kolohe hucked his tail at the beach to keep the board clinging, and then he got a rail grab in as well. On top of that, because he really hucked himself so much, he got all that projection, he got a complete spin in the air. I mean, he went big on that one. You could tell he knew that he was way behind in the heat, That was beyond aggressive.
We've just seen a bit of a switch up with Ace's score dropping in 8.07 on his third ride. He's been more selective than Kolohe and Sebastian Zietz. It's helped him log in 2 pretty good scores. But we're still waiting for the number for Kolohe. There it is, 8.83. So he is right back in this heat. Andino's going to need a number. Let's see if Sebastian Zietz, his last ride, helps his situation. It doesn't, a 6.33. Here's the replay of Buchan. Just a really solid wave. Just really put some big turns up.
Ronnie, that is brutal for Seabass. So that one little kick out where he tried to get a floater in might have made the difference for him for that 6.3. As we see Ace finish up on that 8.07. It's got himself into the lead here. This is a cracker of a heat. I know it hasn't gone to plan. Very frustrating for Sebastian Zietz, but he's left the door open for Kolohe and Ace, and it's made a lot of drama.
Adrian Buchan, the oldest surfer in this heat. Kolohe and Andino, though, paddling. He's looking at something out the back. Sebastian Zietz kicks out. Andino's into this one. He had priority. There is nothing Ace or Seabass could do. Andino's going to try and chase down this number. 6.91 the requirement. And this thing's starting to line up pretty nicely through the inside. He's got to get some speed up. Out onto the open face. Throws the air reverse. A high-risk maneuver under pressure. He says yes, but Sebastian Zietz, he might have something to say as well. Well, a pretty tidy carve under circumstances, a lot of foam on the face. But he just farms the end section, waiting on scores for Kolohe and Andino. He was back in third place, chasing a 6.91. He's got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to wait long. That's going to be an easy score for, I think, for the judges. Yeah, that was crazy, crazy committed. Big old air reverse on a section that wasn't friendly at all for that maneuver on the inside. That was a gutsy performance from Brother. Let's see what he did on the outside. There's that rail. He got that deep cut.
Wow.
Release the fins there, so 2 nice maneuvers on the outside. Watch him get back into that clear water. That's going to really allow him to get aggressive. There's the clear water. And he hucked himself into the flats. I love that claim too.
Love the control and riding backwards there. Not an easy thing to do. We'll try and get another look at it now. But the first 2 turns were really quality maneuvers as well.
I love how he opened up on that first carve. And again, he's getting a lot of board under the water. You know, so he is drawing a deep cut. This is what we want to see. Out into the flats. That is an awkward air, but he made it work. He knew he needed that something extra special to show the judges. Give me that 6.9.
And he is nodding for a good reason. A 7.27 was the number. Andino in the final stages of Heat 3 of round 4. He takes the win. He's moving directly through to the quarters. His best finish already on the cards here at the Quiksilver Pro, and his best start to a CT season.